Welcome back to What Arty Noobs for General Disturbance. This is the 212A, it's the Tier 9 Soviet SPG. This one's located on the northeast spawn of Outpost, and it's under the command of Oxagon of ENJ0Y. And look at that, 3 marks of excellence on the barrel of his 203mm howitzer. Game on! Well, this is the Arty that never was. Well, there's quite a few of them actually, but this is one that should have been built because it was built on the, or was going to be built on the hull of a KV-220. So they had plenty of KV-1s available. They could have just built this thing anyway, but apparently they needed more tanks, so therefore it never got put into production. It's got the B4 howitzer, 203mm, capable of 900 alpha, penetrating 52mm of armor. Ooh, that sharp future felt that. 404 hit points. He got hit by another round immediately afterwards, and that's the end of his game. Now the standard reload is 37.39 seconds. Oxagon's got a reload time of, I think it's just about 30 seconds or thereabouts. 28.35, so he's obviously got the improved rammer, or either the bounty rammer or one of the other ones. Moving back into cover. You can't stay out in the open, I'm afraid. Not on this map. It's just too dangerous. But there's no enemy in sight at the moment, or in direct sight of this area, but he's just changing positions to make sure that he doesn't get counter-batteried. There are 2 Arty on the enemy team, an FP3805 and an M53 M55. And there's the tracer from one of them. Just flew straight past. Now he's firing where the enemy appears to be. The Object 268 version 4 was in that vicinity. Okay, switching targets. Now the fellow Arty on his own team in this battle is a GW Tiger. It's a tier 10 game with tier 9 tanks in it. 268 version 4 was exactly where he thought it was, and he's hit it for 336. Let's bring these back. Actually, I'll leave that up because you can see that his platoon mate in this game is Soul Collector in the T30. Normally I try and reduce that nowadays. I used to in the past put the names up so you could actually see who it was, but oh, that shell didn't do anything other than stun the E50M. It's sometimes useful to actually see who's actually the platoon mates, and Oxagon does play often with Soul Collector. They're both in ENJ0Y. Okay, almost ready to go, but that guy's moving quick, trying to get into the cover of that hill. Okay, BZ-158-2. He tracked him. And the GW Tiger picks up some stun assist. Oh, he's on fire! Oh my god, well that worked out very well indeed. For tracking the BZ-58, he's picked up another 538 from the stun assist, 156 from the track damage, and 6 from the stun. Okay, he's getting ready to hit 3 enemy tanks at the same time. Wait till they come together. Rounds out. He hits the Centurion, he stuns the others. Our Death Star's nearby, he derps the 103, but unfortunately he's wiped out by the Centurion action instead. But the M103 himself goes down to our M454. Now, he's taking damage, but I'm wondering who he's taking damage from. The Conqueror is probably not the one who's actually firing at him, but he's trying to. Rounds out. Well, that puts a crimp in the Super Conqueror because he just got splattered for another 413 hit points. 2 shots went into him. So he lost another 1,200 hit points, and he's gone down. The M454 got him as well. So that worked out very well for the M454 that he had Oxagon to cover his back. The enemy's down by 1 tank, and the Centurion Action 10 is making a run for it. Okay, there's only 2 enemy tanks supposedly in the village area. Soul Collector's gone down there as well. There's a BZ58-2 who's still sticking around. There's also an E50M, and that G-Saw just got tagged, and he suddenly changed direction. He obviously didn't like that. Must have tracked him, and he fixed his tracks quickly. We're lined up with a quick shot. Rounds out. Well, he stayed there, and he failed because he lost another 396 to a direct hit, and he's out the game. That was a very quick change of aim. He must be using that method to actually switch between targets. Now, going back to the hill, or to the castle in the center, we've got the Badger trying to get in there now. Rounds out. Yes, direct hit. You remember the Object 268 version 4 was in the same vicinity. He got taken out, but the Badger's now trying to do the same. That Leopard's just gone, taken out by our TVP T5051. So we're 3 up on the enemy now. We're almost loaded. The Badger's about to get another hit. Here we go. Rounds out. Well, it splashed him for 154. The enemy's being forced back on the south area. You can see that Soul Collector's changed position as well. He's gone right from up in the north. Now he's changed. He's gone back down to the south. He was about to help the tanks go through the town. There's an E50M somewhere around there, but he's... You can see the Oxagon's still dialed in, just in case the Badger's still there. Oh, and it looks like Soul Collector just got hit by the enemy Arty, because he lost a huge amount of hit points there. Lost about a quarter of his hit points. Okay, TVP T5051's coming round behind the Badger. And instead he's found the Centurion Action 10. We can't get a shot, and it looks like one of the Artys just managed to stun our TVP, and he got taken out in the end by the Charfuture 4 on the enemy team. But there's the E50M. Now, can we put a round into him? Rounds out. Yes! 390 from a direct hit. Now, the enemy's managed to claw back a few of those kills, but they're still down by 1. Our AMX M454 is coming in from the north. Now, can we get some damage on this Charfuture 4? If he stays still long enough... Well, he just got stunned, and that was a shot from the GW. But he's not staying still. Now he is. Rounds out. And that landed in the courtyard, but he'd already departed. He only got stunned by that second shot. Okay, Soul Collector's coming around the back of the castle. He's found one of the enemy tanks, the Action 10, and he's found the other one as well. Unfortunately, he's way down on hit points now. I think he took a couple of big hits. There's the E50M. There's the Centurion. Can he get a shot on that E50M? In fact, if he can hit both of them together, that would be really nice. Well, he does hit the E50M for 416 and 117 on the Action 10. Need to watch out. He's got the Kunstpanzer coming in. That will distract them. Soul Collector can go in and get the other shot. Ooh, the Action 10 goes down to 1 shot from the Kunstpanzer, who lines up behind the wreck. And the kill shot goes in on the E50M from Soul Collector, so he's got another kill. In fact, that's his first kill of the game. Now, Charfuture 4 is taking a real hit here. He's the last tank on the enemy team. The other 2 are Arty. They've been located. Rounds out the Charfuture 4. Oh dear, this is going to be... Yes. Well, he stuns the Charfuture 4, and the TVP... Well, it's not the TVP who gets the kill, it's our Badger. And that's the one of the last... Oh, it is the last on the enemy team. And he's wiped out by our M454, and that's a victory. Here's the end of battle stats for the first battle, and that was an ace tanker game for Oxagon of ENJ0Y in the 212A. He managed to get a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he got 11. He got a Gauze medal for doing more damage, exceeding 8 times the hit points for his own vehicle. And he also got a Confederate for hitting more of the enemy than anyone else in his team. His win rate from that game, 3,909, Super Unicum standard. Let's have a look at the team score. Didn't get the highest damage in the game. No, that went to the AMX-M454. He saved that guy's neck when the enemy Superconqueror was trying to get at him by pulling a shell onto the Superconch. He actually then took 2 subsequent shots from teammates, and he picked up another 1,200 of stun assist there, Oxagon. So very good shot. And that allowed the AMX-M454 to go on to kill other enemy tanks. He ended up with 5,094 hit points of damage. Second highest damage in the game went to the Char Future 4 on the enemy team with 4,420. And the third highest damage in this one actually went to the Badger on the enemy team with 3,864 hit points, just beating Oxagon in 4th place with 3,823. When it came to kills, it was the AMX-M454 again. 5 kills the guys managed to get, 1/3 of the enemy team. 3 kills went to the TVP T5051 and 2 kills went to the Char Future 4 on the enemy team. Oxagon only got the 1 kill, and also the same went for Soul Collector. He only got 1 kill. And when it came to base XP, it was Oxagon, yes, because he got so much stun assist in that game. 1,482 base XP. The next highest was the AMX-M454 with the highest damage. 1,181 went to him, and they were the only 2 players to get over 1,000 base, with the 3rd place going to the Char Mini 75 with 999. And we can see that Soul Collector got 780. Oxagon fired 16 rounds, a really decent game, lots of output, 8 direct hits on the enemy, 1 penetrating shot, 18 splash, damage of 3,823 hit points, all of it at more than 300 meters. He damaged 10 of the enemy, killed 1, so it's an easy Confederate, a very nice Confederate, 9 difference, 985 hit points of damage assist. And look at this, stun assist, 5,241 hit points of stun assist. He did more stun assist than he did actual damage. 18 stuns as well. I mean, he only actually fired 16 shots, but he got 18 stuns out of it. Yes, because he was hitting multiple tanks at the same time. Well, he earned a profit of 36,238 credits from that game and 2,223 XP, and that's without getting a bonus either. So a very profitable game. But this was not the only replay that Oxagon sends in. Normally he sends in a couple because he plays for a long while, sends us in the best games. And, well, he sent another one in the 212A. So let's have a look at that one. The second replay is on the southwest spawn of the Arctic region map in the 212A. Game on. Well, we don't have Soul Collector with this system. He was elsewhere when this replay was being played. Headed off into the back of the trees. It's a good position. Nice angle on the enemy. Got some cover in front. And he's ready to go. Well, the first target appears to be a Gorilla 15 who's been spotted near the enemy cap area. Up on the mouse.
That was close.
You might notice why we call it the mouse. Yes, if you look at the minimap, the outline looks like a mouse. Likewise, the similar one on our side of the valley looks like a duck. Yes, so that's why I call it the mouse anyway. I don't think other people call it the mouse, but, well, you could call it a cat actually as well, but I think it looks like a mouse more than a cat. Anyway, going for the Gorilla 15 again. Rounds out. Ooh, this could hurt him. It does. 387 hit points, 3 critical hits. It should have wiped him out actually, because as I said before, 900 Alpha and 52 millimeters of pen. And the fact is that the Gorilla doesn't have any armor really, so to speak. All it's got is the hull. Okay, EBR 105. That would be a lovely target to take out. We're lined up, ready to go. Rounds out. 110 hit points. Doesn't wipe him out, but certainly tells him, we've got you spotted. Okay, looking over to the south side of the map, we've got a tortoise. And just below, we've got an object, I think it's the 257. Rounds out the tortoise. Yes, he did get some stun, and I think he probably would have done some damage as well. Oxagon's obviously trying to maximize his fire rate. He fires even when he can't see the target, because he wants to make sure that he gets as many shells on the enemy as he possibly can. Because, of course, the more shells, the more enemy you hit, the more chance you've got of getting a Confederate lined up on the 257. Rounds out. Another direct hit, 263. Hit the frontal armor. Now, the position where the gorilla was has now been replaced by a Heshbon. Yes, an FP4005 has taken up that position. He was spotted, but he's gone unspotted again. We're still focusing on this 257 for the moment. Rounds out. Another direct hit, this time for 255. I think that FP4005 is going to come into sight very soon, because we've got an EBR-105 on our team, and he's in the gully at the moment, spotting some of the enemy tanks in the north. Going for the tortoise. Rounds out again. And another direct hit, 400 hit points this time, 2 critical hits, and a nice healthy dose of stun. And the enemy's just lost their Martian. He was down in the south. Rounds out on the tortoise. The 60 TP does not appear to be taking part, except for taking sniping shots every now and then. Of course, he's got the big 152mm gun, which obviously can do a lot of damage to our guys. So if we can put a shell on him, that will certainly help. He hasn't received any damage at all so far. That's about to change. Rounds out. 326. Up in the north, the enemy is making an attack. We've just lost the Conqueror. Our Heshbon's moving into a position so he can get shots on the enemy. EBR's trying to get to a spot where he can spot for our team. In the meantime, the Centurion's actually moved behind those rocks. Rounds out. Oh, he killed him! Let's have an instant replay on that, because we didn't see it, because he did move away after he fired. Okay, so we see the Centurion 7-1 headed off for behind the rocks. Let's take control of the camera. You can see that Oxagon moves the aim just behind that bunch. The shell landed short of the aim point, but it did kill the Centurion 7-1, who was in between those rocks at that moment. So he must have moved up and was right in the direct line of fire when the shell came in. Okay, so we've got the tortoise and the 60 TP. Rounds out the tortoise. It landed behind him for 32 hit points. The enemy is making a concerted attack now. Things are starting to get fairly hairy, because we're 2 down on the enemy. And beside these guys down in the south, there's a whole bunch of enemy tanks made their way into the gully and also coming around the rock near our cap area. Going for the tortoise. This should be a kill shot. Oh, he looked away!
Enemy armor is destroyed.
Don't look away. I'm going to have to run that back, because we want to see kills. I criticize all players who look away like this, because we want to actually see what's going on. Okay. He's loaded. Ready to go. Setting the aim up. Rounds out. Looks away. And that is a kill.
Armor is destroyed.
Only 6 hit points, but it's a kill. And that's his second kill of the game. Now we can see the next target's a G-Saw hiding behind those bushes at the moment. I think he came down from the north, but he wasn't in the gully. There is an enemy tank in the gully. It's Progetto. Now we can possibly get a shell in there, but we can certainly hit this Strib. And Strib has to go into siege mode to get accurate shoots. And he loses 368. So now Oxagon's up to 2,192. The Strib goes down. Taken out by our Bosch 155. Oh, the enemy tanks are starting to fall, but we just lost our Leopard 1 to their Arty. And they've just lost their Progetto to our Heshbon. There goes their G-Saw. The Cobra's managed to get behind our guys, but he went down into the dip and he's trying to get back out of the dip. So we're going after the Heshbon on the other side. Oh, one shot! Penetrating. 783 hit points of damage to Oxagon. Yeah, the Cobra is stuck down in the dip. He can't get out. The TVP 250-51's on the way in. Now he's being countered by our Heshbon and our Bosch 155. Now, if we can put a splash kill in, we probably won't get the kill, but we'll certainly damage him. Rounds out. Well, stun. The shell went to the right, but he did get the stun assist. That was from the EBR. EBR's getting shots on him. The TVP's been forced to go around the other side, which makes it difficult for us. See the enemy Arty shells coming in. There's the Cobra. We get a shot. He's trying to go after our EBR. We're almost loaded. He misses the EBR. Rounds out. Hits him. 418 hit points. The Cobra goes down. We lost the EBR. And that just leaves this TVP, the enemy Arty, and their EBR 105. They're all moving up now. Here we go. Can we get a shot on the TVP? No, he's escaped. He's run away. He was expecting to get absolutely hammered by a T-30 or a Heshbon. He stayed at the back behind the rocks and... oh, the shell went long. That's unfortunate because that might have been a kill. There's the EBR. He's up on the hill and he just shot and killed our Heshbon. But the TVP's still there. He's still loaded. And we've just lost the T-30 as well. Okay, he's just turned around. Is he going to run away or... no, he's thinking about it. Going to put a round in there anyway. Rounds out. Nope, didn't get it. So that's turned everything around. So now they're only one tank down on us. We've got two in the cap, which is going to make life difficult for them. It looks like their FB3805 has moved away from their cap area because he can't see our guys. He's not been seen firing at them. The Bosch 155's moving up the gully. We're waiting for sighting of the enemy so we can get a shot dialed in. Yeah, the FB3805 is firing at them, but I think he's in the north area of the map. Okay, there's the EBR getting spotting for the enemy FB. And there's the TVP. Can we get a shot on him? Lining him up. Rounds out. Oh, has he go into the dip? He almost went into the dip. The Bosch is lining up a shot on him. And he's fallen in and dies. There's the EBR. He's trying to spot for the Arty, doing his best, but I think the Heshbon, no, the FB3805 rather, is in grid square A5 or A6, somewhere around about there. Okay, EBR. Nope, that didn't work. It was a good guess. Bosch is trying to get into a position to stop the EBR. He's taking fire from the mouse. They're going to find the FB3805. I kept saying Heshbon, but it's not him. It looks like he's headed in our direction. But yes, the FB3805 was up there in A5, coming through the pass. Lined up. Rounds out. That slows him down, 206 hit points. The Foch is getting ready. And they've almost capped out. Oh, and he's reset. The E100 reset the cap himself, or did he? Yes, he did. So they're definitely trying to allow the Foch time to actually kill the FB3805. And he's done it. That just leaves the EBR, but that means now that Oxagon is at threat from that EBR. He was last seen coming in our direction. It might be that he's turned around to try and attack the E100 from a different direction. Oxagon's ready and waiting for his shotgun, but he doesn't need to do a shotgun because the EBR's been spotted. Rounds out. Oh! Well, he was on target. The mouse got the kill shot. And that's the end of the game. Here's the end of battle stats. That was another ace tanker game for Oxagon in the 212A. He got a Bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he got 15. Another Gauze medal for doing more damage, exceeding 8 times the hit points of his own vehicle. And another Confederate as well for hitting more of the enemy than anyone else on his team. And his winning this game was 5,580. And if I remember correctly, that's an improvement on the last one, which was 3,909. Let's have a look at team score. Well, in this game, he didn't get the highest damage. In fact, he came in third place because the mouse got 5,373 hit points. The TVP T5051 on the enemy team got 4,218. And then we got Oxagon with 4,000 hit points of damage. When it came to kills, he shared the top spot with the Foch 155 and the Leopard 1 on the enemy team. They all had 3 kills apiece. 2 kills went to the mouse, the Leopard 1, to the TVP T5051 and EBR on the enemy team. And when it came to base XP, he's in top place as well. So he's got 2 out of 3 on that one. 1,099 went to Oxagon, 1,070 went to the mouse. And the third highest on base XP was Conqueror with only 734. He fired 22 rounds. You see, the more ammo you put out, the more chance you've got of not only getting a Confederate, but getting big damage on the enemy. 9 direct hits on the enemy, 1 penetrating shot, 17 splash, damage of 4,000 hit points in total, all of it at more than 300 meters, damaged 11 of the enemy, killed 3, 1,534 hit points of stun assist off 15 stuns. Now, because he actually did, he didn't get as much damage as he hoped he'd get, he's actually ended up with only 7,251 credits loss on a premium count, would you believe it? Yes, his ammo cost was slightly higher. Now, I suspect that he was probably using the additional HE. I didn't notice him switch to that ammo during the game, but his ammo costs were fairly high as well, I must admit. Actually, I'm wondering now, I think he didn't use premium HE. I think he used standard stun HE. And he just fired a lot of rounds at the enemy, and that's why his costs are high. And of course, he did have consumables. Without the consumables cost, he would have actually had a profit. 1,648 XP as well. So again, another good game in terms of earning XP. And well, he didn't earn a profit on this game, but at least he did get the victory and a nice total. So, I hope you enjoyed both of those replays, the one on Outpost, followed by the one on Arctic Region. If you did, please give this video a like, do subscribe to our channel, leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm, and thank you for watching.